What's up, everybody? This is Jay for the Young Cut Podcast. Today I have a dope guest with me by the name of Professor Rich. What's happening, bro?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me on your platform, bro. I'm really honored.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on and fucking with me, man. I love your content. You have a lot of dope shit. You keep grinding, keep pushing. I really respect your grind, man, and definitely thought this would be a dope opportunity to have someone come on and talk this shit that's experienced in this game. You know what I mean?
Right. Real recognize real, bro.
Absolutely. So, we were just talking on the phone, kind of, developing that chemistry to get an understanding of each other, man. And you were saying some dope shit that I really respect and really can appreciate, man. And we were speaking more so about truth. And, I was telling you, I'm a very brutally honest person. And I feel like now and of course you are too. And I could just tell that in your videos and just having that conversation with you. But I feel like while people appreciate it, they don't appreciate it when it applies to them type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I wanted to get into is how you feel about how maybe it may be undervalued. People say that they want it, but they can't really handle it when it's implemented on their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, one thing I had to get very conscious of is like, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. So you kind of have to tailor the truth that someone wants to them. I mean, and you can tell someone the truth, but depending on their personality, they might be more open to hear it a certain type of way. I mean, and you might have to like slow down, man. Like with the red pill stuff, especially, some people just not going to get it, or some people don't really want to hear it.
Right.
So like, you gotta learn how to if someone really wants to improve, bro, they're going to improve. They're going to be open minded to hear what you got to say. If they don't, you just gotta let them live their best life, bro, or their worst life.
So I'm glad you mentioned the red pill shit, because I saw you posted about this recently, and it was like people talking about purple pill and all this other type shit, right? So from my understanding, there's really only two pills, right? There's reality, and then there's the fictional blue pill, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see now what's your mentality as to how people perceive red pill, blue pill, and then throwing in these different concepts now. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's a very simple concept, bro. Like, it's like you're asleep or you're awake. I mean, you can't see or you can't see. People took the red pill and tried to turn it into something that's really not. And they think it only applies to female nature, or they think they could be purple pill, bro. Like, it's a true or false thing. And I think it's really simple, but I feel like so much people misinterpret it or try to warp it into something that's really not. And that confuses other people.
And that's what I'm kind of confused about myself, is how is there any confusion at all? It's okay. So for people who don't get it or don't understand, there was a whole ass movie, a whole trilogy for The Matrix, right? I really don't get where the confusion comes in. It's only, like you said, you only either awake or you sleep. So I don't get the concept of a purple pill. So what's the most maybe extreme thing that you've heard? I mean, I don't really go that far into it, because that's out the way. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a level of common sense that has to be involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, bro, like you said, bro, I think it's just common sense. And some people, look, we live in a world, bro, you just have to understand, some people just not going to get this shit. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And it doesn't really have to do with, intelligence. It's really about comprehension. I mean, or I feel like some people get too wrapped up in, there's a whole different, a whole red pill platform or community on YouTube.
Right.
Some people idolize some of these guys that they follow, and they don't open up to anything else, because they're like, oh, this person said there can be a purple pill. I put him on a pedestal.
Right.
Like they do for women, bro. You know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, everything he says is truth.
It's so interesting, because I saw Steph at one point said, don't take everything that you said this. It was like, don't take everything Steph says word for word and live it through. And, some of the other guys on here, because they're speaking from their experiences type shit. You know what I mean? It was like, take the advice, but don't live it word for word. You aren't in that exact situation. You know what I'm saying? Your mentality isn't the exact same. So be realistic in your understandings of what they're talking about. And it's just crazy how, like you said, I think a lot of it is people aren't being, receptive to their situation. And I think they look at it as a cop-out to not, have accountability. I think that's the biggest thing that we lacking now in this, generation, is just accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure, bro.
So I definitely want to look at now dating, right? How does red pill shit affect your dating and all this other type of stuff? Because again, there's a lot of men now. I think a lot of men now are just kind of over maybe some of the shit that they've experienced with dating. It's still a lot of conversations about the good guy, bad guy type shit, right? So where do you stand on that? Like, how do you feel like the red pill, blue pill game maybe affects your dating life? You know what I mean?
I mean, like, right now, to be honest, bro, like, I'm not even dating. I'm on my purpose, bro. Like, I'm on monk mode, and, like, I'm really focusing on building my business, my career, like, doing some, really honest work on myself, on trying to become the best version of myself.
Right.
When I was dating, I never really had the trouble getting girls. I mean,
right.
I had the trouble understanding them. So like, I feel like once I understood them more, I'm not really surprised. Like the bullshit, the manipulation, the shaming tactics, like the shit test, like I mean, the hypergamy, like everything, bro. Like I'm just more aware of it, and I have an abundance mindset, dog. Like I don't put one on pedestals. Like I don't really I have a really short tolerance for like the bullshit. I mean, like
for real.
If a girl wanna walk on my life, go ahead. I mean, like there's 4 billion women on this planet.
Exactly.
Like, and if you do the numbers, I feel like I got a lot of guys in my DMs like, bro, like this girl, she was the one. Like she broke my heart. I'm like, nigga, there's 4 billion fucking women on this planet. And you show me, I'm like, yo, show me a picture of her. Like, bro, what you think she bad? I'm like, nigga, she alright, bro. Like, I mean, you said she's a dime, bro. Like, I don't even believe in dimes. You know what I mean? Because the dime is a perfect woman. Nigga, like, she's not a goddess, bro. She's shit. She pisses just like you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And you just I really tell guys, you gotta take your emotions away from this shit and look at it from a logical perspective. Once you get your emotion involved, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You like her more than she likes you. You're already lost, bro.
Exactly.
Like, and the power dynamic, guys, women are really good at manipulating men, bro. You know what I mean? And most of the times, like, these guys weren't in love with her. You just like the pussy, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's if you even getting it. A lot of times, dudes don't even be getting it and getting frustrated over some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, too.
Yeah. And, like, on that, I be telling guys, you have to know when to walk away. Like, she can, you know, like the donkey with the carrot?
Yeah.
John, she using the pussy as the carrot, bro. And she's never going to get it. She's just using you for your attention, your resources. You might take her on a date, dog. And in the back end, she's really fucking the dude who she wants to fuck with. But you in your head's like, dog, I spent 6 months trying to get this pussy from a girl. I spent 1 month trying to get this pussy from a girl. Walk away, bro. You just have to charge some shit to the game. Because if she really likes you, she's not going to make you have to qualify for the pussy.
Exactly. But it goes with the mindset of, like, you know, being a high value man, which is I've heard you speak about it, which I've heard Steph speak about it. And you even said some shit that I'm very much on the same page with now. Why am I not dating? A lot of women love to ask that. It's because I'm too busy trying to do these 2 podcasts. I'm working with a production company. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing other things. At this point, when you have that abundance mindset, when you're obsessed with goals and achieving something and bettering your life, then yes, all the women will come, all the other type stuff. And so it just kind of makes me wonder and question, you know, are guys just choosing to be oblivious to this fact? Because even like you said, there are dudes pedestalizing women. And it's what is it? It's like, I think it's for every one man, it's like 3-4 women in the world. And so when guys get caught up on this one woman, it's like, bro, if you work on yourself, the options is you're gonna live an abundance life, but you have to have that abundance mindset. You have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit to gain a lot more. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man. A lot of people not willing to. We live in a really instant gratification society, bro. So like, people not really. In the back of their mind, they're like, yeah, man, I want to live my best life. I want to be a millionaire. Blah 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 blah. But like, you have no self-discipline. You're not on your purpose. You're chasing pussy, dog. You have no game. You don't have your life in order. But somehow you want to skip the levels and unlock all the features, bro. You got to put in the fucking work. And you're going to have to learn how to go without some shit for maybe 3 months to a year, 6 months, however long you have to get your shit together, dog, in order to reap the benefits of that labor.
Oh, bullshit. And it makes me, okay, so I'm going to go back to something that you just mentioned before, right? Like the guy was telling you about, you know, oh, she's a dime and all this, right? So, you know, I follow a lot of dope YouTubers. One of the people that I follow, it's 2 guys, the Minorities. I don't know if you're familiar with them, right? A couple light-skinned dudes out of Sacramento, motherfuckers is funny as shit, right? And they broke it down like this. They said in one of their podcasts, they said, there's a scale of 1 to 10, right? Which is what everybody uses. The real scale should be 1 to 30. And they said they broke it down like this. 1 to 10 is going to be an ugly bitch. 10 to 20 is an average bitch. 20 to 30, those are your bad bitches. So in these different categories, you might have a bitch that's an 8, right? That's an above average ugly bitch. Like, she's so ugly, she cute type shit, right? If you got an 18, it's an average bitch who works. She got something kind of going for herself. She's good looking. You might, what I'm saying? She might not need makeup, but she put on the makeup, she might be bad. And then your 20s to your 30s, those are the bitches who add even more value to your life. They really own their shit. They don't need you type shit, right? Like, those are like your Beyonces, your Alicia Keys, bitches with talent, bitches with a focus, a purpose type thing. You know what I mean? And so when he said, when you break it down like that, if you really look at who you've been dating, a lot of motherfuckers, if you put it on a man scale, a lot of motherfuckers ain't even a 14, but they trying to get with a 25. They're trying to get with an Amber Rose. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, but what do you bring to the table? What's the value? What's the assets that you bring? The way it works is as a man, right? We talk about, people talk about woman nature, but everyone talks about man nature. As a man, you have two things. My uncle taught me this as a real young dude. You got two things. You got two balls, right? You have two peas. You got to provide and you got to protect. If you ain't got nothing to provide, what the fuck are you going to protect? You know what I mean? And I think it's like you said, it's like the culture nowadays. I don't know if it's something in the water, but even Steph has talked about it, right? It's like we haven't been taught our value. We have been taught to pedestalize women at a young age. We got to do all this for her. But at the same time, you ain't never seen a king chasing after no woman. No, they get sought after.
Word.
So how do you feel like that mentality, maybe helps you going forward? Like, okay, I'm not going to chase after, and I think there's a difference between chasing and pursuing. I don't think there's anything wrong with pursuing a woman if you're attracted to her, if you got your shit together, if you have something of value to bring to the table. If you ain't got nothing going for yourself, ain't no purpose to pursuing her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I feel like we've been brainwashed at such a young age to look at women and what to do and what not to do, that people, bro, we've been watching these Disney movies since we were in third grade, dog.
Younger than that.
Let's just take Aladdin, for example.
Right.
If we're going to be honest, if Aladdin was a real movie, Jasmine, whatever her name was would be slopping off Jafar, bro. In the back room, bro, because he was a king, dog. Aladdin was a broke thief. You know what I mean? What did he have to offer except maybe some good dick?
Right.
So, I think it takes a long time for you to literally retrain your brain on how to view women. But what guys don't understand is, if, for every one guy, let's just say there's 10 cents or some shit like that.
Right.
If you aren't a simp, if you do not chase her, if you do not put her on a pedestal, if you're okay with her leaving your life, that sets you apart. Because women have huge egos, and there's so much sense now, bro, with dating, Instagram, Twitter, the social media, all that shit, bro.
Right.
Women are used to dudes. They break up with them, and they talk about, oh, baby, come back, with the boombox and shit. They talk about they want to kill themselves. What happened to them? I can't live without you, bro. Yo, the thing that they don't know is, dog, if you just go about your life, bro, she's going to chase you, because she's going to be like, what the fuck? They don't know how, their egos can't handle that shit. That's foreign to them, dog. It's really easy to set yourself apart when there's so much dudes pretty much making the game easier for you.
Exactly. So it's so interesting because I think a lot of, again, I think it kind of goes back to maybe some guys being oblivious. Something Steph said that I thought was so dope and was so fucking accurate recently. He said, basically, you can't be believing every single thing that these women saying. And I've kind of applied that to my life for the last few years. Because it is so crazy. There's a real life example that I just experienced, right? So I tell people all the time, by the time I was 15, 16, I grew up in a household full of women. So I got to learn at a very early advantage, you know what I mean? So when you say, you were able to get girls, it's probably because of that shit like that, you know what I mean? You got comfortable with talking to women, stuff like that, right? But along the way, you were human, and women don't talk about their nature, stuff like that. Even though I had a female cousin that was like a big sister to me, who taught me how to have swag, how to appeal, different shit like that, having game, right? She didn't tell me everything, and part of it is because people don't know shit like that, and the game has changed a little bit, and it's evolved somewhat, but he was basically saying you can't trust every single thing these women saying. And I lived a real life example. There was this girl that I was helping out. I was going super hard, trying to do shit for her. And when I started to feel like an option, except anything other than a priority, I was like, I'm not finna rock for that. That's not gonna go. You know what I mean? And it made me think about the concept of, okay, every girl I've ever dated, I've added more value to every girl's life. The best that they've given me maybe is some fire ass pussy. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah.
I want to get into now adding value to a man's life, because when you really get like, I'm still very young. I'm about to be 25 in a couple of weeks, but I'm at the point now where it's like, I'm over just getting some head, just getting some, like, you got to actually add real value to me. You're not putting no money in my pocket. You're not helping my brand grow. What are you doing that actually adds value to my life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, so what do you feel like, what are some of the best ways to add value to your life, but also, continue the point that you were about to make?
In regards to a woman adding value to a man's life,
Right.
I think, man, it's gonna kind of sound fucked up, bro, because the word pimp has like a very bad like connotation with it. But I feel like guys really have to adopt like the pimp mentality, bro. I mean,
What you say?
because
The
pretty
what
much all a
mentality?
pimp is a man who understands female nature to such a high extent that he's able to have women do something against her better interest to add value to his life.
Right.
I mean, and if you think about it, like a man who is able to get a woman to sell her body or do some shit, bro, and give him the money after she's been working hard all day, bro, that takes some type of level of like understanding of female nature.
Right.
But when I say like the pimp mentality, I don't want guys to go out and like sell pussy. I mean, like, that's like sex trafficking. I mean, I'm not really endorsing that, but
Of course.
I want them to understand how like you can really get a woman, extract value out of a woman and make her benefit your life. And a lot of guys, especially the incels and the black pill dudes, they never really had a woman 100% down for them. I mean, most of these guys never had a woman want to take you on a date. I mean, some women, like, some guys never had a woman want to buy you shit or just make you happy.
Right.
I mean, just because she sees the value that you bring to her life and you able like such a high value experience that she can't get that from the average nigga. You know what I mean?
Right. So okay, so you raise an interesting point. So okay, if you're saying buy you shit like that, I mean, then I guess in that situation, every girl that I've been with has done that. When I say add value, I'm more so thinking in a different kind of mindset. Like, okay, this is my business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, bro, you gotta figure out what type of skill she has, bro. Like, if your girlfriend can only suck your dick or give you some pussy, bro. Like, any woman can do that. Pussy is most women's main bargaining chip, if we're going to be honest. I mean, everyone has a pussy, and those women are manipulated by pussy. If you get out of the mindset of being manipulated by pussy, there's power in that.
Right.
I mean, like, you got to think, so how can she add value to your purpose? I mean, like, can she help you market some shit for your business? I mean, can she write an email? Can she be your assistant, bro? Like pussy is just like once you get used to getting pussy, I feel like a lot of these dudes just getting pussy, so like they automatically put on the pedestal because it's so new to them. A lot of these dudes don't have double-digit bodies, bro. I mean, so once you get enough pussy, you're just like, oh, it's just pussy, like pussy's pussy.
Exactly.
I mean, and I'm a man, bro. I like getting pussy. Like, don't get me wrong, but I had to do like the no fat, the semen retention, go on monk mode, and really understand and control my sexual urges.
Right.
And like really do some self-reflection, dog, because I feel like a lot of dudes, I went through a phase where I was just chasing pussy. I mean, trying to get my bodies up, just being like a horny, like, young boy. I mean,
that's normal nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of guys, and I think that's something that's getting lost in the fold. Here's like people are trying to act like it's not okay to, like, every guy does it. You know, you young dude, at some point you all participated in the chase, whether it was middle school, high school, probably not middle school. A lot of niggas don't start that early. But even if it was like high school, college, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The problem is if the mentality doesn't change, you aren't seeking growth after a certain point. That's when it becomes like, all right, motherfucker, you tripping.
Yeah, man. I was just gonna say, bro, like, out of all the time I spent chasing pussy, bro, I didn't get nothing from it, bro, except bodies, nigga. Like, you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? And I wasted a lot of time chasing pussy, bro. And like a woman, like a step, bro. Like our generation of women, they have a different mindset, man. Like they're openly bragging about being promiscuous, yo. Like they're openly bragging about getting money out of a nigga, dog. Like,
Exactly.
and I've seen women finesse niggas. I mean, like,
Yeah.
so it's either you running game or you getting game ran on you, bro. And you gotta be aware because if you're easily manipulated by pussy, like
You
she
already
can do
know.
whatever the fuck she want out you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like I've seen niggas buy women cars, bro, and the woman breaks up with them. Like, all types of, bro, like all types of trick shit, bro. Like,
The craziest thing I've seen is fucking when these dudes, are letting these girls use their shit. Right? They ain't got no car, but they giving the girl the car, and then she do some crazy, like they might be with it. Oh, this is, my baby mom, so she took my car, this type of shit. The fuck wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, that
yeah,
shit
man.
crazy. So it kind of, it's very interesting to see how the mentalities change because nowadays, and I was just talking to a girl about this yesterday, matter of fact, she was telling me exactly why she, was participating in something like Sneemium, Sneemium, goddamn Snapchat Premium type shit, right? She didn't fuck with OnlyFans and all that other type of stuff. And I wanted to understand the mentality, right? Because a lot of women now are the breadwinners. Because a lot of niggas ain't on their purpose. A lot of men, they haven't been raised by men, if we're being honest about it. Like my father was around, he was, in the house, but I didn't learn shit from my dad. Like a lot of us didn't, like I had to learn shit on my own. You know what I mean? So much so that I made mistakes almost to the detriment of my life. Where in 19, I almost had kids. You know what I mean? Like crazy enough, my girlfriend was fucking literally out of her mind. But even still, had I maybe learned something from my father, had he took the time to sit down and be like, this is a woman's nature, these are the things you're going to experience, it could have saved me a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, them experiences, whereas some guys are 40 figuring it out, by the time I was 20, I figured a lot of shit out. You know what I mean? So I'm curious now as to, because we were talking about these simps and how they do different things like that and how women add value to your life, but what about the idea of reciprocity, right? All these women now talk about reciprocity, and I don't feel like women are good at receiving and give. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more of a give me, and I'll see what I can give you type generation. You know what I mean?
yeah, but like that, oh, bro, like there are so many simps in the world, bro. Like your favorite rapper might be a simp, dog. I mean, like their father might be a simp. So like we don't listen to what we don't learn from what we're told, bro. We learn from what we see.
Right.
So women are on the timeline. They saying, "Oh, buy me Christian Dior, buy me a Lambo truck, dog, buy me fucking a car, a Range Rover, in order to show me your love." They seeing that and they expect that false like reality out of the average nigga, bro.
Right.
And the women have so much power because the power of their pussy, bro. And they're able to manipulate men by that because there's so much men willing to be manipulated by it.
Right.
So like we was talking about accountability earlier, bro. Like a lot of the times, bro, it's the guy's fault, man. Like
Absolutely.
if a woman uses you for your resources, bro, you marry a woman that's crazy, or you marry a woman who cheat on you, bro. If you're going to be honest, it was your fault, bro. You let her into your life. You didn't do the proper research to figure out what kind of woman she was.
Right. That what's crazy is they making hella noise up here. My bad if y'all can hear that. This, people upstairs getting it in. Not like that, but So, no, it's very interesting that you say that because I think, matter of fact, the girl I was just talking to, she's gonna be on the podcast. So shout out to So Lively, by the way. She was giving me the breakdown. Like I said, I wanted to understand the mentality of why women maybe do with Snapchat or OnlyFans, right? She wanted to talk about it too because there are some misconceptions. And the way she broke it down to me was like this. She said, in high school, right, what'll happen is, you talking to a joint. Most guys, you probably got a nude from a girl, right? Some guys have also sent their shit out to a girl. And what ends up happening? You always end up showing your friend group, right? Y'all on some kid shit. Oh, look what she sent me, dog. She busting it wide open, right? She broke it down to me like this. When you did that in high school or whatever, or middle school, right, people would shame you type shit. And she said, well, that'll never be me. Her mindset was, I'm going to fool you before you fool me. right? Because guys had that dog mentality, and what she was saying is, if I know that you're gonna show everybody for it, she was like, well, fuck it, pay me, give me some money. You know what I mean? Like, why would I give you this for free? If I see you so thirsty and pressed to show everybody, why not make some money off of it? And that's where I can see like the mentality change. You know what I mean? Like, women now aren't taking no shit from nobody. Like, it's a lot of resistance in between. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are straining away from the nature of a woman, and men don't even know the nature of the nature of a man, because we out here doing dumb shit too. Like you said, simping, man. Like, it's like I was telling somebody about this and we was laughing about it because it's crazy as fuck. But if you a dude out here and you paying for a porn star's OnlyFans, you crazy as fuck. She got free shit online and you gonna pay for a porn star's OnlyFans? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot to like unpack in that, man. Like, for the girl, I get like, bro, if we're gonna be honest, if us men could make bro, there's one buying Bentleys and houses off of OnlyFans. I mean, the girl
right.
Ruby Rose made $100K in 2 days.
Yeah,
It's the whole market, bro. Like, the dollar is powerful. I'm saying,
absolutely.
Like, so I can't blame them, but it's just being so glorified nowadays. They just making up excuses like, "Oh, I'm gonna make an OnlyFans because my nudes is gonna get leaked anyway." Like,
That's
I
one
don't know,
thing.
bro. Like, if you're using the excuse of a dude leaking your nudes in middle school, like, as an excuse to make an OnlyFans, like, it's your life. Like, look, all I'm gonna say is this is the main point, bro. I don't really give a fuck about like what other people do to make their money.
Facts.
And I don't give a fuck about what another nigga does to get his pussy or to maybe get his pussy.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to simp, bro, if you want to go buy pussy, you want to go take your girl on 50 dates to maybe get some cheeks or let her use you for your resources, that's your game. I don't got nothing to do with that shit, because I know I'm going to sleep good at night knowing that I am not a fucking trick. You know what I mean?
Right, you
and
will feel
I'm not paying for pussy. And I mean, that's like, I'm cool with that. Like, if a nigga wants to simp, bro, go ahead. I mean, because in retrospect, you're making the game easier for me.
Exactly. So it's very interesting because you did say, if she's looking. So I would give her this. She's probably the only one of the girls that's like hasn't made an excuse. Even you'll hear it when it comes out. But she was even telling girls, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't do that shit. I was just at a point where things were so bad, I didn't really have much of a choice type shit. You know what I mean? Like, and she didn't do it long. She just did enough to kind of catch up on bills, that type shit. So she did it as more of a necessity. Whereas I see a lot of women who don't have to do that. I know women that are event planners that were killing, right? And you just see that they just doing it just because they can, just because they want to. There's no real necessity to do it. So when she was explaining it, it was more from a place of, I want people to elevate, and she was trying to help people out and put them on game, but she was also understanding and try to give a background as to maybe how the mentality starts for them to want to participate in the OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so,
I mean, bro, OnlyFans is like, again, I'm not knocking no one who does OnlyFans, nothing like that, bro.
right.
It's just catching up with the times, dog. Like, you don't got, like, you might still see a prostitute on the corner, bro, but now you just see a whole bunch of girls giving you their OnlyFans links. I mean,
Right.
It's just a different form of like sex work to a certain extent. I mean, and like I say, get your money. I don't blame you. If I could buy a house for making the OnlyFans, I mean, and I knew a whole bunch of simps would buy my nudes or, I mean, pay just to talk to me in the DMs, bro. Like, we can't really blame them. I mean, it's so much money out there. It's like, why wouldn't you? But there has to be, like, again, I don't have a problem with a woman doing OnlyFans, but, like, am I going to respect her as much? I mean,
No, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, I'm not, me personally, I'm not dating I'm not sharing my girl with the world like that. You know what I mean? And it's so interesting because there are different types. A lot of people don't understand. Everybody, I guess, thinks perceives OnlyFans as maybe just softcore porn, right? Like, if we're being honest about it, right? So, one of the girls I know that does it, a friend of mine, she said, well, I know friends that, they get fully, nude and they got a, dildo, all that type of crazy shit, right? She said, there are niggas who will pay for it and will never even see a nipple. Like, it's girls who only in their bikini shaking and they making bank. She was just like, you don't have to go that far with it. Do guys want to see more personalized videos and all that? That's cool. But at the end of the day, if I'm getting, $500 for 15 minutes online, I'm going to do that. That's easy money. Y'all still don't know what I look like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all in the imagination. But even still, I was just like, I get it, and that's your hustle. But if you was my girl, you wouldn't be doing that shit. And me and the girl that I was telling you about, who was explaining the mentality that leads you to OnlyFans, she was even in the same page. Like all these dudes who got a girl and they doing OnlyFans. I mean, you like you said, do what you do. If that makes you happy, that's cool. But I'm not rocking. I'm not going for that shit.
I feel you, man. I mean, it really depends. Like you said, bro. Like there's so much weirdos out there, bro. Like niggas is paying for OnlyFans for their account. I mean,
Right.
so it's like you don't even have to get naked. Like it's all about what you, I guess, how you brand your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But I think the idea of OnlyFans just really highlights why men have to get their shit together for it.
Exactly.
Because like a woman can make an OnlyFans, quit her job, and be able to live off that for however long, bro. This has to be kind of cute, not even bad, bro. Kind of cute, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, and she could possibly make $10K a month.
Right.
For me, I have a Patreon, bro. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Patreon is kind of like the male version of OnlyFans, but I actually have to provide value for people.
Right. Your content has to be popping.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a girl, like, I interviewed a girl with the OnlyFans on my YouTube channel before.
Mm-hmm.
And she cool, but she has more followers than me, Steph is Cold, AMS, FedEx Fearless, Afi Kingdom, put together, nigga. You know what I mean? Put together, bro.
And all she gotta do is shake her ass, and she's set for the rest of the year. That's just real shit.
Bro, look, and we got, bro, people told me, everyone I just named, bro, people's like, bro, you changed my life, you know what I'm saying? But we have to change people's fucking lives, bro. You know what I mean? For people to maybe subscribe to our shit.
Right.
They just gotta look cute, bro. So, like,
But I think there are some guys who get frustrated about hearing that point. Like, I got to do all this. But again, it's in your as a man, we supposed to provide and protect. Me personally, I think you feel a little bit better when you getting pussy because you've earned it. You know what I mean? Like, it shows your value. Whereas a lot of women talk about, oh, there's no value in dick. But I'm starting to see now there's no value. I mean, not even now, but before. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no value in pussy. If all you got to do is wake up and shake ass, and all you got to do is be slightly cute. Where's the value in pussy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
yeah, man, but, like, at the same time, like, women don't, we live in a society where women really don't have game.
Yeah.
And, but women need game, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have any, but, like, they kind of need it. And I say that because a lot of women don't know how to keep a man, bro. Like, they don't know how to keep a nigga. Like, they don't know how to do, like, basic shit. And I'm not saying, like, every woman needs to, like, cook, clean, and shit like that. But, like, dog, like, a lot of women, they complain about how niggas ain't shit, but they don't know how to keep a man. But it's because, like, how they live their lives, bro. Like, I mean, and they don't have any. All right, I'm kind of saying a lot, bro. All I'm saying
I talk your shit. No, I understand.
A man's game is giving a woman. A woman's game is keeping a man. I mean, so, like, if all you have to offer is pussy, a nigga that's aware of shit, that's not gonna, bro. Like you said, bro, you figuring out pussy don't really mean that much.
Right.
So, what is a woman who doesn't have any game can only offer pussy? What's she gonna do? Keep a man? If she has nothing else to offer, dog, like, what's our generation's gonna look like, bro? More single, you know what I'm saying? Single mothers or single parent households, bro. More simps being born, dog. More men unaware of, like, the nature and shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a lose-lose situation for everybody.
You know what's crazy, though? And it's very interesting you say that, because I honestly feel like in the next, maybe not this one coming up, but the following one, I think it's a lot of people that are starting to kind of, I think it's a lot of men now that are more tired of women shit than ever. But it's the same way, though. You know what I'm saying? Women are starting to feel like, you niggas ain't shit. You know, I wear the pants. I can provide for myself. Because, like you said, the value of the simp dollar. Like, it's crazy how we are so heavily outnumbered. Yet so many women are making a killing off of some shit like OnlyFans. That's very problematic to me, right? Again, there's nothing wrong with ladies getting $1. Do what you do. I ain't dating you no ways, so it don't affect me no ways. I'm not putting my money into that bullshit. I'm not. My mindset is why pay for something that I know I can get free. You know what I mean? If I work with myself well enough, I know for a fact this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just again. But I also worked in radio, so I have the experience of seeing how that shit works. When I was working in radio, how I was an intern, I wasn't even making no money for real, and I look at what I was getting. You know what I mean? Like it's when women see you on your purpose, and that's kind of what this video is about. Well, not even video, but that's what this episode is about. It's more so recognizing the mentality. It's a lot of fellas that talk about being a good guy, being the bad guy, getting treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really want to address the mentality because a mentality change has to happen for a man to recognize his value. That's just what it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, bro, like the guys that still complain about women, they're not really putting in the work, bro. They just want some pussy. But like a woman's, you know about the wall, right?
Yeah. When you get out your prime type shit.
Yeah, man. Like nice guys, that's when they get the woman that they want, bro. I mean, like after they hit the wall, like
yeah.
I feel like if more men knew that they haven't hit their peak yet, they'll understand. Like, damn, bro, all I have to do is build a solid foundation, dog. Like, once I feel like men understand like hypergamy, dog. Like, your favorite rapper wasn't getting pussy before he was a rapper.
Exactly. Before he was popping, no.
And don't matter how he looked, his body shape, none of that shit, bro.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of niggas still caught up in how, I look better than this nigga. It don't matter.
Bro, the thing with men is they think that women see men the same way men see women. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, bro, I know dudes that are ugly and fat that get a lot of pussy.
Exactly.
I mean, I know broke dudes who get a lot of pussy. It's all about game, bro. Like, that's why I really understand the black pill thing. Like, looks matter if you're not over 6'8", dog. My homie was getting pussy homeless, nigga. Homeless, nigga. Fucking girls outside, bro.
Yo, I know some niggas when they hear that, they gonna be hurt. Like, this nigga was getting ass while he was homeless and I can't get none while I gotta, like, yes, nigga, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, bro. And he's not, bro, like, he's not the attractive, he's not a Chad or Tyrone nigga, bro. He just has game. You know what I mean?
So, I'm glad you said that because I want to get this out the way now, fellas. You don't got to be like I'm not no tall dude. I'm 5'3", bro. Like that's just what it is. Am I super bad? Am I Jack Buff? No. But at the end of the day, yeah, am I a good looking dude? Absolutely. And niggas might be like that's cocky, whatever. It is what it is. I'm very aware of my value. I'm very aware. What I'm saying? I'm a very confident person.
That's how you have to look at yourself, though, bro. Like, I mean, like the fuck, like. You gotta think you the shit, bro. Like not in an arrogant way, but like in a confidence way, dog. Like,
exactly.
And I tell people, like me and you were kind of like on the opposite ends, bro. Like I'm really tall,
right?
Like I'm 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
So like, but I tell people, bro, I'm 6'8". I'm an attractive dude, but I've gotten dug before because I didn't have any game, bro.
Yeah. Like people really take the and I don't think there's anything wrong with taking you should want to look your best self. Like I'm very much so the guy that I people was laughing on it on Facebook, because there was memes going around. It was like, if a nigga got a haircut in quarantine, that nigga ain't shit. Nigga, I was walking around with a fade like I was at the barbershop the whole day, bro. Like there's nothing wrong. You should want to take care of yourself. You should value yourself that way. I'm the type of nigga I'll have on something fresh at the crib just because I feel like, what I'm saying, being that nigga. Like there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, it's like you said, you should think of yourself that way. It's not arrogant. There's a fine line between cockiness and confidence anyways, bro. You just have to walk that line the right way. You know what I mean? And it's like you said, we was on two different ends of the spectrum. You 6'8", and you said you feel like you're a handsome guy. I'm 5'3", and I feel like I'm a handsome guy. I guarantee you, if we stood in a room by each other, they ain't gonna be like, the guy that's 6'8" is finna dominate. You know what I'm saying? It's a personality thing. Like I'm very much so like. Any girl I've dated has felt comfortable and safe with me. It has nothing to do with your height. It has nothing to do with your looks. At the end of the day, it's the value that you have. Yeah, every woman I know, they know I ain't finna go sweet for nothing. So.
Yeah, man, and I feel like people don't understand. Like everyone has their preference, dog. Like Some women might like tall, skinny niggas. Some women like short, buff niggas. Some women might like medium-sized, dark-skinned niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea.
Exactly.
And people get too caught up on, like, damn, oh, guys got rejected by a woman or some shit, bro. Like, she could have rejected you for all types of reasons.
Right. So,
But just level up, bro. Like, the fuck? Like, I feel like I want to get to the level where I'm so high value. Like, I'm not even mentally there, but, like, physically, like, with the success that I want, bro, I'm so high value, bro. I can just walk into a room and they already want to choose on me, bro. Like,
exactly.
but you just got to put in the work. And that might mean you not drinking or smoking or chasing pussy or, I'm saying, and it's being really focused on you, bro. But, like, I feel like the most men should do is have a good physique, bro. I mean, eat well. They could have a fucking skincare routine, dog. Like,
exactly.
I mean, be conscious of what you're putting into your body and how you live in your life.
Exactly. Like, this shit is, I think people make it, more complicated than it has to be, but I definitely want to get into, like you just said, you just mentioning preferences, right? And so I was telling my guy, Todd, about this, right? And this is my thing, because a lot of women, and this is, ladies, this is some game for y'all, right? So I told him like this, right? So you 6'8", right? Light-skinned dude, all that, right? Okay, now let's be realistic. Say you are a woman's preference, right? 5'5" chick, she thick, all this other type stuff, right? But she may not be that cute. Again, on a 1 to 30 scale, she might be like a 14. So slightly below average, right? So put it to you like this. So women always be like, now say, I'm gonna just change your ethnicity. Say you were Spanish, right? So people don't understand this, but when you start to have a preference, there's nothing wrong with preferences, but when you start to have a preference so much so that it's a detriment to your life, then you start to like a fucking jackass, right? Women will literally do this. My guy was just telling me about this shit yesterday. He's from Detroit.
Fucking NBA 2K creator class, nigga. Type shit.
Right, exactly. And so me and my man was just talking about this. He's from Detroit, right? And he said, I fit this is in high school, he fit all the boxes except for the ethnicity, right? The girl wanted a strong guy, athletic guy, he a hooper too, all this other type of stuff, but she wanted him to be Spanish, 6'2". They in Detroit, right? So, again, I lived out there for a year. I can tell you right now, Spanish dudes in Detroit ain't really even a thing. Here's where the preference thing comes in, right? And these the same women that complain about, I can't find a man, or they can't keep a man, right? When you start to put in your preferences, a lot of people don't understand. There's 3 billion people on Earth. When you start to put in your preferences, it's like a filter, right? If you're going on your phone, you don't want to look at certain pictures or listen to certain music. It's a filter. So when you say, okay, I want to have a guy that's like your height, that's like 6'8", right? People have to understand, not even 10% of the men on Earth are above 6 foot. So the odds of you finding somebody 6'8" that's attracted to you drops dramatically, right? Then you have to put in the ethnicity.
Financial.
Right. You have to put in ethnicity at that point, right? You like Spanish guys, right? How many tall Spanish dudes have you ever seen in your life that's athletic? Knock down a bunch more options. So people have to understand, and it goes for guys too, but when you start to put in your preferences, a lot of y'all aren't realistic. You know what I mean? And a lot of y'all who have these crazy preferences, what value do you fucking bring to the table? Because again, just like you have preferences, the guy that you're looking for, he probably out there somewhere, but who to say he's fucking attracted to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's very true, bro. That's very true.
So it's just...
That's very true.
Again, shit has just changed so much with the times, man, but what it all filters back to is, as a man, you have to be on your shit. If you aren't on your shit, your options narrow down too. Because I can tell you now, ain't many women out here checking for a guaranteed broke nigga. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
So...
But also, bro, like, that's where game comes in, bro. Like...
Facts.
I'm not telling dudes like to be out here just have game and be fucking girls that are broke, but you got to figure out what her intentions are with you. I mean, because you really have to do the background on the imprint, dog. Like, because I know of times like women will go marry the safe option, but then go have affairs with their true preference. I mean. So, like, y'all, I feel like a lot of the guys aren't doing their, like, background research on women and figuring out, like, what kind of woman they are, what their qualities are, like, are they loyal, like, trustworthy and shit, and what they have to value into their life, man, because it only takes one woman to potentially ruin your whole entire life.
You ain't lying, bro. It's really really that simple, bro. Like, just as much as you might want to be out here fucking around and all that, you gotta, cause it's too much shit, too much virus shit going on. Like, you really gotta be careful out here. So, all these dudes out here try to do anything, but be careful, cause it's like they're saying, all that glitters ain't gold. It's a lot of women out here that you might value and pedestalize. That bitch got so many different diseases, probably, bro. Like, you really don't know who shouldn't fuck, whatever. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, man.
Again, but a change of mentality has to happen, fellas. But the same goes for you ladies. Stop with the ridiculous preferences. Stop with the games and the bullshit. But at the end of the day, fellas, be on your shit. Be on your purpose. But the same goes, again, for women. Have value to actually add to a man's life if you want a high-value man. So we're going to finish it up on that. Real quick, you talked about some of your YouTube stuff real quick. Why don't you give your YouTube a shout-out? Get, all your stuff a shout-out real quick, bro.
Well, what's good, y'all? Follow me on Instagram at The Real Professor Reg. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at The Club Channel. And yeah, I'm on Twitter too, bro. My website is officialclubmembers.com. That's the link. You can find everything on there for my social media and get in contact with me. But this be easy. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And stay on your purpose. Practice no fat, steam retention. Do some shit, bro. Just get your fucking life together. And figure out what value a woman can add other than her looks. I mean, don't fall for the pretty face.
Yeah, I hear that, bro. So, shout out to my man's Professor, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. It's good fucking with you on this. We got to do some more soon, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Just hit me up, man.
Absolutely. All right, Uncut Podcast. We out.
Every time I need that shit, devil make
them
another.
play toys up, little boys. Time. It was designed for me to intertwine and reconstruct what's on your mind. It ain't no OG living that'll raise up your kind. Your kind. All this bullshit rapping you listen to don't make a nigga go blind. Hey, listen. Hey, this in my soul, feel it pouring out like a rubber bank. Lavish thoughts dropping like shells from a silver tank. Clout chaser domination showing as real as rap.